Hi, I'm Albert Yip. Welcome for this episode on learning Chinese the read and write way. I have a little change of mind. So instead of continuing with the numbers, the words with numbers, I now want to cover the pronouns first. So in this episode, I will talk about how we Chinese words for the pronouns. Pronouns basically divide into the first person, second person, and third person. We Chinese do not have the active voice or passive voice, so there's no difference between I and me. It's the same word. For putting a plural indicating we or indicating you as in more than one of you or they, we use an additional word together with that pronoun. So let's get started. The three pronouns is written like this. The first one represents the first person pronoun, the second one the second person pronoun, and the third person pronoun. It is the same for active voice or passive voice. So I and me is the same word. You in used in the active or passive way is also the same word. So it's the third person. To make it into a plural, we add the many people. This word combined with any one of those make the plural form of the pronouns. For possessive pronouns, whether it is singular or plural, depending on whether you have this plural form there, just need to add one more word. So these three words combined means ours. If you have this and this combined, you have yours. And this combined, you have theirs. So pretty simple. Just a few words with a slightly different combinations. It will represent the pronouns in terms of whether it's plural, singular, passive, active, or possessive. But things never that simple anyway. Since the advent of the gender issues, some people decided to say, okay, I want to feminize the word for you and he. So basically, there is a feminine form for you and a feminine form for the third person, which is the she in English. So to change it from a neutral form, which isn't gender specific, into a female form, we change the side of that man into a girl. So originally, it's going out. So I write again. This is the general form. So the feminized form is this. So change the feminized form by putting a girl instead of a man or people next to it. Similarly, for the third person, which is written like this as a neutral form, becomes this. Again, changing the people's side, man or people, into a female form. We also distinguish in the third person between human and non-human. So when we're referring the third person as a non-human, we have a different third person. This is the third person non-human form. So again, if you put it together with the more than one, then it becomes plural. And obviously, you can also attach the special word for possessive to make it a possessive pronoun. If this is not complicated enough, then there is still a little trick. We respect people. So when we are addressing people who we respect, or we are addressing people who is above us, let's say our father, mother, or grandparents, or superior, and so forth, we have a special way to say you. This way of saying you is always non-gender specific, but with a respect. So that you is still the you, but I haven't finished yet. So that I add something below the word representing you. This is pronounced differently when it's spoken in Mandarin, but if you are speaking this in Cantonese, the two words sound exactly the same. It doesn't mean Cantonese are not respectful, but the word in Cantonese is exactly the same word, but in Mandarin there's a different sound. For example, in Mandarin this ni, this ning. In Chinese there's lei, lei. So I don't know whether you can recognize the voice difference, etc. But anyway, my objective is not actually teach you how to pronounce the word, is teach you how to recognize the word. So to recognize this, when you see this, that is a respectful way of expressing you. For you, there's no word equivalent for myself or they. The third person does not have this. So to summarize, we Chinese express the pronouns like everybody else have the first person, second person, or third person. The first person use the word and then the second person use the word, and the third person. And to make it into a plural, we add this. And to make it into a possessive, we add this. Okay, now, although this word is not particularly complicated, but again, the Communist Party of China gave us a simplified form for one of them. That is the plural form here. So instead of writing, at least it is written like, so that is the simplified form for the plural when it is attached to a pronoun. Okay, so I have tell you how to do pronouns. Then I will return to talk about weather in the next episode. So see you then.